So what comes in this additional engaged vitality bar?
Yes, yes, yes. That's what is the primary aspect that we'll be probing into, because we need to target this black portion, right? So we'll go deeper into this aspect, that what is this additional engagement. And afternoon session we'll be having the voice of the organism and a talk on the law of unity that will explain that additional engagement where we have knowingly and unknowingly, right?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So just this last point I would like to touch upon, then I'll take the questions. The symmetric distribution, this is again a tentative illustration, but from birth to death. See, this particular slide I would like to explain. The green is the physical aspect, the red is the physiological aspect, and the violet is the psychological aspect. In other words, mechanical, chemical, and neural. Now, in this particular image, you see from top to bottom is the birth to death. And right side, the distribution of the vitality is illustrated here tentatively. Try and understand. When we propose that the vitality is finite and it cannot be increased or decreased, so how the vitality gets distributed along the lifespan, we need to understand on this using this image. The birth, after the birth, the physical allocation is very less here. The physical allocation is very less. The physiological allocation is the maximum, because the children or the babies are actually using their most of the energy into the physiological domain to grow. That's why they sleep a lot, they grow, because most of the vitality is allocated there in the physiological domain. And the neural development is also not there. So the least vitality is allocated in the neural domain. Primary is the physiological allocation of the vitality after the birth. As they grow, because I get this question a lot, like if it is being proposed that the vitality is constant, then a baby cannot lift a weight, but a grown up can lift a weight. The reason is this, because the physical allocation is lesser. The green portion is the physical allocation. Here the grown up can lift a weight. Where the growth is stopped, the physiological allocation is reduced. Now neurons are grown up. So neurological allocations are higher. And as we age, the physical strength goes down and the physiological allocation also goes down. Neurological allocations is too much by that time. So this is the allocation of vitality in 3 domains of PPP: physical, physiological, and psychological. So
can we in some way change it, Kalyan?
No, this is the framework that we are sharing.
Okay,
we change it knowingly, unknowingly, and while changing it, we do the harm. We over-engage the vitality.
Okay.
Yes. We'll understand that again, how the change can happen and how change happens actually without our knowledge.
I'll raise it tomorrow.
Yes. Again, in the afternoon also you'll understand, we'll touch upon this.
Okay,
again.
perfect.
Yeah. Right. So that ends this morning session. And any question or any observation if you would like to share? Let me switch off the screen sharing so that we can have the full screen conversation. Yes. Yeah, those who have not spoken, I expect some proposal from them, some antithesis from them.
Hi.
Yes, Prashant. Yes, Prashant.
Yes. As you have said that the vitality depend on, 3 factors. That is genetics, environment, and lifestyle.
Yes.
So you have suggested to work upon the lifestyle. But from your proposal, I inferred that even if we are working on lifestyle, the genetic and environmental factor will be a limiting factor.
Yes. Yes.
Is it true?
Yes. So it is true, but how we are using this reality, that matters a lot. If we are using that as an excuse to not change our lifestyle, are you able to understand this?
Yeah.
If we are using that, since my gene is such and such, I cannot change my lifestyle. We need to be honest to ourselves. There will be some genetic attributions which cannot be reversed.
No.
In very rare cases, we cannot reverse some genetic dispositions. But if we are using that as an excuse of not changing the lifestyle, then it is not rational, obviously.
No, no, to set a limit to up to what we should expect from this lifestyle.
No, that nobody can say, actually. Nobody can define that up to that. Like after the life, you can just term or you can probe into others' life that this was not possible in his lifetime. So you never know how much can be reversed by changing the lifestyle itself, despite a lot of genetic disposition or limitations, so called.
Okay.
And
So,
that's the beauty of the whole aspects, Yes. Yes, Ashish.
that also means, Kalyan, that we still do not have enough understanding of this whole thing.
Yes. We cannot understand the whole thing completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
It's a
still we
process.
can,
It's a process. It's a
yeah.
process going on.
And okay, so you're still kind of exploring this, and
Yes.
probably many people are, and I
Yes.
think
Yes.
there are things which we assume under a framework, and then we kind of try to reach to some kind of reasons which kind of suggest that yes, this is the correct framework, because you
Well,
see things happening if you change lifestyle, because you see the longevity increasing. That's why you see that yes, this, you say that this is how it works.
yes and no, both.
Hmm.
Because there are actually, in the next session, you'll be able to identify that the assumptions are very less in this process of proposal.
Hmm.
Uh, there could be some places where we keep it open, that what will happen after this we don't know, but few things are very confirmed in this understanding.
Okay.
The assumptions are very less. When you will understand the voice of the organism analysis in the next session,
Hmm.
you'll
Okay.
understand and identify that the assumptions are really very less.
Uh,
Perfect.
Kalyan, I, I,
Sir.
I will want to say something here.
Sir.
As in my case, I am suffering from ankylosing spondylitis,
Yes.
and I am having three brothers. All of them are having HLA-B27 positive, but only one of three out of three brothers, only I am suffering the most. Why I am suffering the most might be my lifestyle is different from theirs, as I am in medical field and lot of neural engagement and all, and late night awakening and all things happen to me. That has led me to this condition that I am suffering the most. That might be possible, as you said. The genetic
Yes.
may be the limiting factors, and you can change your lifestyle,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that will
Yes.
help you a lot. And really,
Yes.
that is helping me a lot in my last
Yes. Yes.
1 year
Yes.
journey.
That's what. It's a living example.
And
Thanks for sharing that, doctor.
I
Yeah.
have seen many patients, they are actually B27 positive and they are not suffering the
Mm.
symptoms.
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
might be genetics, might be the limiting factor, but yes, lifestyle can modify your symptoms.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So Dr.
So,
Dubey is a professor of medicine, and he himself is applying this natural science and getting a lot of improvement in his experience of life. Yes, somebody was questioning.
yeah. So, I have a query. The lifestyle changes that we are proposing, we are assuming that the conditions that we have developed so far because of a certain lifestyle, we will be able to reverse it if we make those changes.
Yes.
But what about conditions which were existing since birth? Like nowadays we see many children, including my own daughter, she was born with a condition. So will the lifestyle change now at this stage will may not reverse, but can it make the condition
improve the
yeah.
experience of life for sure. Improve the experience of life.
Because generally whenever you talk about lifestyle changes, you really start with the focus of reversing something that you develop because of a certain say
Right.
being overweight, because you did not really care about what you eating, you became overweight, or you developed diabetes. I'm just giving an example. So people start with that assumption that whatever I have developed because of my lifestyle, I'll be able to reverse. But what about conditions which are probably not because of a person's lifestyle? Again, it may be a genetic reason due to a lifestyle which was passed on to the child or anything, but it's not due to the lifestyle of that particular person. So I mean, how will it really work in that situation? That's a query.
Yes, yes, it will work for sure. So what matters here in this understanding is identifying the natural movement.
Okay.
Identifying the natural movement of any condition. The moment we are about to suppress that movement, it actually jeopardizes the whole natural movement. So every natural movement will be always as a framework towards the homeostasis, towards the conservation. So if we just unblock all those restrictions, then that condition itself will change over time with its own natural movement. That will improve the experience of life for sure, because it is always towards the homeostasis by conserving vitality. The problem happens when we block it, when try and block it. So we are just unblocking. What we are proposing here is the unblocking of those suppressions.
Okay.
So, sir,
Got it.
this
Thank
is
Ma'am.
in this maybe one line we can add that as much as it is possible, the when we unblock it, when we unblock the when like when we are not suppressing it, whatever the situation is, then as much as is possible, it will be reversed.
Yes.
But there is a set limit to it also. It's not as if it is sure to happen to the to whatever we think as the most healthy state. Like
Yeah. The best possible will be achieved with the natural movement, because it is programmed to achieve the homeostasis.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
uh,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I want to say one thing, just one reflection here about vitality. Like here, whatever we have discussed regarding how much vitality we have and the quality of it. Um, we have, as of now, set a tone that vitality that we have, we cannot increase it in any way.
Yes.
So we are, as of now, understanding all this through this lens that we cannot increase what we have, right? Or is it that it is possible to increase the vitality, the improve the quality of the vitality that we have, or even quantum wise, like it's the same thing when we talk about the a higher level of whatever we have in both ways?
Yeah, so what I would share my observation on this proposal of yours is that instead of focusing whether we can increase or not, if we focus and try and understand that if we conserve, well, irrespective of the cases, whether it can be increased or not, if we conserve, then it is beneficial. Because there could be a lot of arguments can be raised whether this way it can be increased or that way it can be increased or not. If we do not go in that direction of the argument, but focusing on the conservation, that everything in nature is structured to conserve, and if I support with my knack to improve the conservation, then definitely the whole experience of life is going to be improved.
There cannot be any question on that. I think this is the beauty of it.
Yes. Yes. Is that understandable, Veenu, ma'am?
I understand that, but that does not mean that the question doesn't arise, sir.
No, question must arise. Question must arise. There is no denial to that. But the proposal,
Probably it is
of,
a momentary conclusion that we have made, that as of now, if we understand that vitality that we have is fixed, and when we conserve it, because we don't know whether the increasing of it is possible or not, or we don't have any concrete understanding of the other thing, the other aspect. That's why as of now we are taking this direction. That is what you mean, right? Or
yes,
is it
not only as of now, irrespective of the cases, whether it is fixed or not, if we inculcate the knack of conservation, it is achieving us the best result.
all right?
So it's almost like talking about water conservation. If you, I mean, if you cannot increase the amount of water you have, at least if you conserve, then you are still in a better position.
Yes, yes, yes. So with that note, we'll, yeah, Meenu, anything?
All right. Yeah, I understand also what Ashish and you have said, and
Yes.
I quite agree to that also. But that does not mean that we do not explore more ways of having more water, or
Definitely,
I
you're right
mean,
about it. We should definitely not leave anything kind of. Those are all. If we don't understand something, we should definitely explore.
Right.
if
So,
the question comes, yeah, sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kekul, you want to ask something? You're unmute, it seems.
No, I think I forgot to mute myself.
Okay,
I already
okay,
asked the question. Sorry
okay,
about that.
okay. No, it's fine. Right. So we'll break for the lunch and come back at 3:30 sharp. Right?
And do you advise rich food or kind of a reasonable?
What suits you? Because
Okay.
we don't recommend to change the experience before understanding.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one.
So understand, maybe from Monday onwards you may like to change something. Yeah. Okay then. Bye bye for
Thank
Thank
you.
now.
Thank
We'll
you.
resume at 3:30. Bye bye.
Thank you.